Hey guys, and welcome to game number 40 out of 100 of my Human vs. AI series, where I'm taking on the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot in a 100-game match. Through 39 games, we are sitting at 16 wins, 23 losses. Unfortunately, we've lost 3 in a row now, so really could use a win here today. And we'll see if we can get one. We've got the Z as well as an S to start things off, so not a terrible opening rack. The bot is first, so we're going to have to see what the bot does before we determine how we're able to respond. But yeah, probably going to play something like Biz. Okay, bot plays Henge, so I could play Buys for 30 to the E in Henge. That looks pretty reasonable. Keeps IOST. It's a good leave. Could also play Zibit, which is 2 more points, but the leave is much worse. The T really helps with the vowel heaviness of that leave. So not a big fan of that. I guess there's also just Zin, which is 32. The B is okay. It's not great, though. I feel like I probably bingo more if I play Buys. Although the B is at least nice because it guards against some disaster draws, like drawing 3 more vowels and stuff, and it helps me score a little bit when I don't bingo. So there's something to be said, maybe, for keeping it. I don't think keeping it is the craziest idea, to be honest. It's 2 more points, which is, I mean, it's not a huge difference. I probably, though, at this point in the game, I do like trying to prioritize bingo percentage, and I have to imagine that the B is not helpful for that still. So I think I'm going to go ahead and play Buys. Wow. Okay, well, I drew a QVX, which is not exactly what I was expecting, and not exactly what I was hoping for either, to be honest. Probably going to have to spend 2 turns getting rid of this now. I mean, I'm going to, unless I trade, but that's probably not going to be warranted. Probably going to have to play Vox and then QI and sort of rebuild. Wow, that was, I went from IOST, went from a bingo rack to, like, very far from bingoing quite quickly. That was quite a draw. Play off BZ and draw QVX. Alright, well, that's a play I'm happy to see, because it just opened up a big spot for Vox for 40, which is really, really good for my rack. Oh, wait a second. It even actually opened up a bigger spot. So that's guys, is why you see a good play and look for a better one. I was about to just play Vox over there, because I'd seen on the turn before, I almost had Vox would have made OB, which isn't good. And I was like, oh, now OBE is a word. But I didn't even notice at first the spot next to the J over there, that's 7 more points, and simply a better play. I mean, I do put the V in that triple line, but it's not very scary, because of course there are no 2s with a V, so can't be overlapped this way, and it's just not that easy to start a long word with a V that's going to cause significant damage. So definitely worth the extra 7 points. And yeah, I still have the Q, but at least I have QI. I can just play QI under the H and Henge next turn and dispose of that. Much better off taking the points for the X right now. Alright, that's honestly a pretty good draw. Still, of course, the Q is a problem, but I'll hopefully be able to dispose of it with QI, like I was saying before. On my next turn, score 26 points, which isn't too bad, and then hopefully bingo next turn. I guess I should consider whether I ought to play the S, though. I mean, that's 17 points. That might... Oh, boy. B Clamors comes down for the bot as a 9. Well, now the play is probably Trank, because that scores 48 and holds on to the S. So that's got to be better than playing QI or QIS, I have to imagine. Yeah, that's got to be the play. Alright. Close to some bingos here, like Viscose or Revoices, but that extra O is definitely making it tough. I'm not down all that much, though, despite the bot's bingo, because I've been scoring quite well. So what are my best plans going to be for this turn? Probably something from this V. The bot does get down Kadi, which was a little bit of a risk with Trank, but not like a disaster. It's 42 points, which is a bit, but it's not a huge amount. So probably Voice over here. Maybe Vive. I don't really want to put the E there with 2 W's and an H and 2 F's unseen, though. That seems pretty risky. Maybe Voice. If I draw an E and an R, I assume voiceover is good. Unless it's 2 words. It's out. It's I've studied a bunch of 9s, but that's very low prob. That's outside of the range I studied. Assuming voiceover is good, then I actually have a decent chance to draw ER and hit that. I feel like it's a word. Like I said, I don't know for sure. I feel like it's a word, though. And even I mean, that aside, I think this is still a pretty good play. It scores 30 points, gets rid of some vowels. Vive might be slightly better on equity just to keep the C, but it does keep 2 O's, which isn't great. And like I said, it gives back that big hotspot, which I'm not dying to do. So I think voice is probably fine. I don't have anywhere to play voice on this board, right, with my V? I don't think so. Another play that's actually not horrible is Cuz. It's just because it keeps the E on my rack, which is nice, but it's definitely not worth an 8-point sacrifice over voice. And I also have plays with biases. Like Coves is actually a lot of points. It's 35, but gets rid of the S and puts a C in the middle of the triple line. So yeah, voice looks good. Well, I have voiceover. I mean, unless I get a O for oversoak or something, I'm going to play it because I feel it's probably good. And it's a lot of points. It's 54, I think. Yeah, 54 points. I mean, I guess if it's not good, I'll learn something. It certainly feels like it should be good. And like I said, I haven't studied that far in the 9s, unfortunately. Maybe someday I'll get there, but it's extremely low prob. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do it. If obviously the bot's gonna know for sure, so I do risk losing a turn. But I mean, I feel I'm gonna be more upset if I don't play it and it is good than if I play it and it's not good. So. And certainly against a human, it's an extremely tough play to challenge. So we'll see. Like I said, I could definitely get, well, I almost have makeovers, but it doesn't quite work. I'm going to do it. Let's see if it's good. Come on. Yes, let's go. Okay. Now the unfortunate part is I blocked water ski to this I, which would have been pretty epic for myself next turn. The bot gets down Splinter. All right. But I'm still not down a ton, despite the fact that the bot has bingoed twice and I haven't bingoed yet. I'm only down 46. Yeah, fortunately I didn't get a new eye for water ski. That would have been pretty cool. Voiceover followed by water ski. Not every day you get to bingo ending in an I. Alright, so what are we doing here? Honestly, a play that's not terrible is Jiao. Like, this probably bingos a lot, especially with the Splinters hook. I mean, let's look at the pool. So A gives me karates. D gives me straked and henges. E gives me retakes. I? Well, doesn't I give me anything, though? Because there's no... Yeah, it gives me narkiest. I mean, it's not a ton of points, but it's still a bingo. And... yeah, L gives me plenty of things. And O... well, O gives me keratos, which is... well, it gives me keratos here, actually. Yeah, this bingo's a lot, actually. So unless I have a way to score a lot more points, I think that's reasonable. I don't really want to do something like this, I don't think, because there's still 2 S's unseen. And I'm probably more likely to bingo after Jiao anyway. I guess if I could play off WK... I guess I could play here, too. Maybe I do that. Like, that probably bingos more? I don't know, does that bingo more or Jiao? I mean, this is such a good leave, too. Yeah, I'm actually not sure what bingos more. I mean, Jiao bingos with all of the most common tiles. I guess there's some draws like a T and a U that could be annoying as well. So it's a little bit of a tough call. And the K at least maybe does give me some scoring potential when I don't bingo. So, and my bingos will score more on average after Jiao. So there's something to be said for that. So maybe I do play Jiao. I think I like that. I mean, I still probably bingo well more than 50% of the time. And there are certainly draws after playing the W and the K. Like if I draw EE, I'm not even sure I bingo. If I draw like IU, it could be tough to bingo. So there's certainly plenty of situations where I don't bingo after playing off the W and the K. It's not like that's a guaranteed bingo. So I think I kind of like Jiao. Yeah, I could also play off the K, but I can't really score anything while doing that. And I'm just making sure I don't have like a higher scoring play somewhere, but I don't think so. I mean, I'm not going to play Wakes over here. Yeah, alright, I'm going to do it. Okay, so I got an I, which was one of the most likely outcomes, and like I said, I have Narkiest. So, it's not the most exciting bingo, not the highest scoring, but it's still a bingo at least. unlikely to get blocked for sure. Yeah, satire and a K. No sevens. But yeah, I do have Narcist. And I mean, I guess I'll play it. I'm definitely not thrilled about playing it because there's still a blank left and it does open quite a lot. But I don't really think at this score I'm at liberty to not take the bingo if I have it. And I don't believe there are any other playable bingos unless there's like some crazy 9 from this MA, but I don't think so. Like I can't, I mean, my next best play scores 20 points or something like that. I just can't give up that many points. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Ooh. That looks like a good draw. Fissure. Is it gonna play? I mean, Fissures plays, well, it did play through this S. It doesn't play anymore. Does anything else play? Surfside, diffuse, Surfside and Fissure, no. Huh. I don't think I have any other 7s. That I'm aware of. I have the last 2 S's now. Interesting. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Almost Sky Surf. That would be epic. Ski Surf is not good, but yeah, Sky Surf would be insane for a double-double. I don't think I've ever played that word before. Is there anything through this? Wait a minute. Oh, Surfiest. See, I knew I was missing something. I was like... Yeah, because I was looking through this T before, and I said Surfates and then Surfiest, and I just didn't see this T. Okay, like I knew there was something, I just had to find it. And I got the other blank. So alright, things are looking up, guys, but it's still not over. Still some good stuff unseen, and plenty of time left, and I'm only up 40 points. So definitely not out of the woods yet, even though I have the blank, but that was definitely a good draw. So hopefully I can capitalize on it, and we'll just have to see, like I said, what the bot does and what sort of options I have. Yeah. So what do I have on this rack? I have modified, or modifier through this I, or something like that. Fiefdom. Fiefdom. Doesn't play. Yeah, see, probably, I mean, the highest scoring bingo is going to be modified for 86, but at this point in the game, I probably would be better off playing modifier to this R for 4 fewer points, just to really keep things tight. But, yeah, if I can get a bingo down, I should be in very good shape to win this game. Deiform is another fun 7 that does not play. Pretty much 7s aren't going to play unless they start with a vowel or end in an S. Okay, foe. Well, I don't really want to play modified here. I don't have to, especially after a play like that. It signals a good leave. If it's my only bingo, it's my only bingo. Well, let's see, because if I can bingo somewhere else, that would be far preferable. Maybe something through this E? Different word ending in F-I-E-D, perhaps? Biformed. Just sort of going through the alphabet here. Just going through the motions to see if I'm missing something, but I don't think so. Or even something through this I. Like, modified, unfortunately, doesn't fit here anymore. Modifies. Doubt there's a 9 through the IE. That would be pretty crazy. Huh. I don't see anything other than modified, modifies, modifier through this I. And modified scores the most points because I can put the real D on the double. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to not bingo over it. It's still an M in the 5th spot. It's not that likely this bot's going to triple. But, got to do it. Yeesh. Not a good draw at all. But I'm probably up enough to withstand anything other than a triple. And I can block it still. I mean, I can play Magi or something, or Image. Yeah, so if bot plays dry, I think just Image should do the trick here. Leaves 2 in the bag. I don't even know where the bot's bingoing anyway after that. And yeah, I mean, even if the bot somehow bingos, and like I said, I don't even know where on this board that the bot is bingoing. But if somehow it bingos, I'll still be up enough. So I just need to block on the left, and I should be good to go. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's like a... Whoa. That's where it's bingoing. Well, that shut me up. I mean, I'm still going to win, but that's still pretty sick. Look at that. I was like, maybe there's some crazy 9 through the AX, and then it just like... You know, I had a 10 all through the O, and I was like, oh, I blocked it, and I was like, oh, screw that, I'm still bingoing. Very nice. That's cool. Yeah, so I guess if I had played Magi, I wouldn't have had a 10 all. Well, I don't think that's something I could have reasonably anticipated. And like I said, it's all good. I'm still going to win this game easily, because I'll just play Gapey now for a lot, right? That's got to be best. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's got TU. It's going out. Surely it's going out. Yeah. So, all right, that looks fine. And the bot will play Dust, and yeah, high-scoring game, 513 to 447. Much, much needed win there, guys. Snapped the 3-game losing streak, and we're back to 6 games down, 17 and 23. So not too bad through 40 games. What are we on pace to win? So 17 times 2.5, 34. We're on pace to win 42.5 games, if my math is right, if this current pace continues. So not too bad, but hopefully we'll do better than that. But that's definitely not a bad start to the first 40% of the series. Let's do some analysis here. Yeah, buys looks fine. I saw all of these plays. Like I said, the B just definitely, it's somewhat nice for balance, but it definitely hurts my bingo percentage, and that's what I would prefer to prioritize this early in the game. So yeah, definitely bailed out big time by the bot's play there. I had very few options other than just playing QI or QIS immediately. And then Vox, I got a pretty cool 9 by the bot of B Clamors. Yeah, Trank is clearly best here. A lot of my plays were pretty obvious. Oh wow, Nandins I blocked in both spots. That's really cool. A 3 and 7 of Nandins, Nandins, would have played either above or below Henge before I played Trank, but I managed to luckily block both of those spots and force Kadi keeping 3 N's and an S. Yeah, no, there's no way I'm doing that. And like I said, especially given voiceover is good, I have a decent enough potential to draw the ER. That voice is clearly the correct play, and yeah, really glad I mustered up the courage to play that. Obviously, far better than anything else. Definitely the first time I've ever played that word in a game. Splinter comes down, and yeah, here, Hawker, yeah, maybe I got a little bit too fishy, I'm not sure, but like I said, I mean, I bingo a lot with this. I mean, A, E, I, O, all bingo. That right there is like almost, it's probably over 30% right there. And D bingos, R bingos, L bingos, N bingos, M bingos. Like there's a lot of other plays or other draws that bingo. And I just didn't really think if I played off the W and the K that I was necessarily that much more likely to bingo. I mean, there's tons of U's left and others Y's. Like there's plenty of stuff I could get that wouldn't result in a bingo. It also would take out the Henges spot. So I guess Hawker, that's probably a more sort of standard play, just scoring more and opening a little more. There's nothing wrong with playing Hawker. I think my play is fine, though. I stand by it, and it worked out okay. Splintery, look at that. Wow. I would not have been sure that was good. I mean, I knew that would have been another pretty crazy extension like voiceover. I knew Splintery was good, but I definitely would not have been sure of that. But in any case, it never really came up. Oh, Friseurs. I didn't see that even. Yeah, I don't know why. I just had a hard time generating bingos on this rack. I realized, too, at some point later in the game, I didn't mention it, but I had Fussier on that rack too, which I don't think I saw it somehow on this rack. I knew there was nothing ending in an S, but yeah, I just sort of saw Fissure and didn't even look at Fussier. It doesn't play anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But yeah, Fussier is another 7 on this rack that I just sort of got hung up on Fissure for some reason. I mean, Surfiest is still better than Friseurs, I'm pretty sure, just because it scores 2 more points. But yeah, a little bit of a sloppy turn on my part, just not generating Friseurs or Fussier. Thankfully, it didn't really cost me. Yep, the modifications are the only playable bingos, so just got to do that and hope that the bot can't triple, which it can't. Of course, it can score more with something like Drayman, but I mean, then it just loses. It's going to be down 80. I just block the bottom and win, so figures it might as well try to leave that open and draw some miracle triple. Pika scores more, but obviously at this point in the game, I am not leaving that M open, so I decide to block the left-hand side of the board. Or do I? Because I just give it even more points for a 10 all. But of course, like I said, it's all good because I end up winning the game anyway. So Pretty clean game overall. Very happy with that one. Really glad I found voiceover. That was pretty cool. The Surfiest turn was not good. I mean, I ended up making the best play, but I just didn't even like think about Fussier or Frizzers. I just got very hung up on Fissure for some reason, and just had a hard time moving past that. So I don't know, happens, but worked out okay. And yeah, otherwise it was a really good game, fun game, and like I said, a much needed win to get us back on track. And hopefully the next set of 10 games, the 40s, will be interesting and also hopefully go our way. So appreciate all the support so far, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all for some more fun games in the near future. So as always, questions, comments, feedback, always appreciated. Love reading the comments, so keep them coming, and I'll see you all soon. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. With the holiday season coming up, I wanted to remind you that I do offer Scrabble lessons, and they can make a really fun gift if you have a family member or friend who loves Scrabble and might be interested in learning about tournaments or just having a fun experience while getting a few tips on taking their game to the next level. If you might be interested, then click the image right here, which will take you to the lessons page of my website, which also has some additional information and reviews from past players who I've given lessons. If you might be interested or have any further questions, feel free to contact me on my website or on my email, both of which I'll post in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys.